I must admit, I was quite impressed with the results we got from those containers. Nice big rocket first earlies, and if you remember when we grew those, we was at a different location, but just wanted to bring some potato plants with us. So we put them in 2 litre pots and grew plants 6 to 8 inches tall. So by the time that we got here, they were big enough to transplant into those big containers, and we managed to get quite a bit from that, as you saw in that previous video. So I've decided, since that works so well and rocket potatoes only take 12 to 14 weeks to reach maturity, we're going to do it again. But this time I'm doing it with the potatoes we harvested the other day. And if you look at that really closely, that potato's already trying to chit. So I've took 3 back out of the fridge, and they all seem like they're wanting to grow new chits on them. They're not a bad size, but the perfect size to put in 2 litre pots. So we're going to grow another 3 big containers of new potatoes from the ones we've already harvested. So basically all we need is a pot and a bit of compost. And we'll use that new Jack's Magic compost as well. Just going to half fill these containers. And then we'll pop these potatoes in with that side where you can see the chits are trying to grow facing upwards. And I'm just pushing them into that compost so they don't roll around. We'll do the same with this one. That's the chit trying to grow. And again with this one. I'm going to add just a little bit of fish blood and bone to this, so we know there's loads of nutrition in here. Then I'm going to fill them containers to the top. That's all we need to do, apart from clear out my mess on this table. Now we'll give them a good watering. So that's a quite easy job to do on a miserable Sunday morning. It's very overcast all day today, but it's not too windy for a change, so we can cope with that. So we've got 3 more containers of rocket first earlies. They're going to get put in that propagator so they stay quite warm day and night, and we're hoping to see those little shoots starting to appear out of this compost over the next few weeks. It is going to take quite a while, so if you decide to do this yourself, just make sure you don't overwater them, because they have got very thin skins, and if you give them too much water they could start rotting. That don't mean it's not going to happen to me. Nobody's perfect, but at least we're having a go at this. 3 potatoes that we've already harvested from as pre-grown plants, and we've still got lots in that fridge to go at. We've got some really nice big ones as well, and 2 more big containers to empty over the next week or so. So maybe, since these plants don't take too long to reach harvest time, we can set these up, and if these provide shoots and start growing plants, when we empty the next container, I'll probably keep a couple of those back, and we can try and get some grown in time for Christmas as well. I'll just show you an update on those tomato plants that we dug up yesterday, because 1 or 2 people did ask how they were getting on. That's all those plants that we dug up. That's that yellow one, that was the first one I took out, and it seems perfectly fine, which is great. And then there's the red tumbling tom. That was took out yesterday. I did, however, damage one of the branches. Unfortunately, it has got some flowers on, so I might just try and see if I can put a band-aid around that or something and pin it back up. If not, we've still got loads of flowers. And that's the last one that I did, and that's got even more flowers on it. So we're putting sticks on all of these to give them a bit of support, ready for when that wind returns, because we know it definitely will. But failing that, we have got plenty of tumbling toms in these balcony containers, and this one is now started producing lots of little tomatoes. That lettuce that we planted yesterday has done well overnight, no problems at all there. And then we've got that oak leaf, and that's also lettuce, and that from a tiny little plug is really starting to take off now. We just need to keep that beetroot pinned back. Something else I did notice today is these peas. I have to keep showing you these peas. Look how fat they've got in a couple of days. They'll not be long before we can start and harvest some. It's so tempting to just take one off and have a look how big the peas are inside. But I think you'll agree, over a few days they have done really well. So I'm very pleased with progress. There's one there that's even fatter, and I can definitely see shape at peas in there. In fact, I'm going to take this one off because I just can't resist it. And we'll have a look, see what we've got in there. This is the all important bit. Let's take a look, see what we've got. Well, we've definitely got some peas, but as you can see, they're still very small, so it is quite deceiving. You're better off waiting until the pods start to get really firm, and you'll be able to see the outline of the pea on the outside as well, but still perfectly sweet and edible. And then we've got this plant. This is that crystal lemon cucumber we've been growing, and it's got loads and loads of flowers on it, and it's also starting to form little baby cucumbers, and these grow round cucumbers, so that plant's looking really healthy. And William did ask if maybe you should remove male flowers from cucumber plants, and you can do if you get too many, but it's not something I've ever done, so that's just down to personal choice. I'm just going to leave these and see how they get on, and if his fruits don't grow very big, then maybe I'll start and remove flowers to try and get bigger fruits later on. But for now, that is a very healthy looking cucumber plant. You'll probably also remember these. They're the celery plants, and we decided to put some little plugs in just 2-litre pots, and they look like they're doing really well. We've got a couple of those on go, so it'd be interesting to see how those turn out. So we'll get these into that propagator, encourage them to grow as quick as we can, and hopefully we can grow potatoes from 3 potatoes. Meanwhile, I've got to eat these 2 peas. They're so sweet, they're amazing. So as we enter July, still plenty to be done, but at the moment I'm very pleased with what's happening so far in this caravan container garden. And if you want to see what we're going to be doing as we go through July, please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you next time. Take care.